Texas Legislator Wendy Davis spent 13 straight hours on her feet, no break. She didn't take any kind of stop of any kind to protect the right when it came to protecting the right for abortions in Texas. And Andrew, this thing has gone viral. People are talking about well outside of Texas here. And there's a lot of reasons people kind of come to the conclusion as to why.
Rich, you and I have watched a lot of legislatures, a lot of Congresses. I was watching Monday night. I've never seen anything like what happened in Austin.
Mr. Smith goes to Washington by heart, so let's just qualify with that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But she took a stand and people noticed. Her statement has now gone viral. And in case you missed it, first of all, where you been? Second of all, here's what happened. State Senator Wendy Davis stepped to the podium in her pink sneakers. She knew she was in for a long day.
Members, I'm rising on the floor today to humbly give voice to thousands of Texans who have been ignored.
The rules of a Texas filibuster are unforgiving. No food, water, or bathroom breaks. No sitting, no leaning. She was motivated, though. She was fighting a Republican bill that critics say would effectively close nearly all of the abortion clinics in the state. 7 hours in, a colleague had helped her put a back brace on. After 11 hours, she veered off topic, breaking the rules, and her fellow senators voted to end her filibuster. Her supporters in the gallery erupted. There was so much commotion that Republicans were unable to pass the bill on time.
We're trying to protect innocent human life.
But it's likely to be just a temporary victory. Governor Rick Perry has already called for another special session where they'll reintroduce and pass the bill. And Rich, we saw a brief snippet of the crowds cheering after the filibuster was broken. That was about 15 minutes before midnight, 15 minutes before the deadline. The crowd realized what was going on, and they kept cheering for 15 minutes until it passed midnight, and they couldn't get the vote off, at least not in an official capacity, to pass the bill.
Gina, why do you think it went viral? A couple 100,000 people, including Andrew, stayed up and watched this thing. Why do you think?
Andrew did.
No, but why do you think it went viral?
Because it is a very dramatic moment. I mean, I watched it as well, I'm going to confess, and because it was very dramatic. It was emotional for people, and it was like watching some kind of reality TV show, literally. And so I think that's why. And it's amazing. She's become a household name overnight. She's become a superstar politically overnight. She can raise so much money at this moment, and has. So it's amazing what technology has done in this case. And listen, I think many people saw her as a woman standing up to these men. I'm sorry, the rules for the Texas filibuster are ridiculous.
They are.
She wasn't off topic. You can't lean against it. I mean, people saw this as this woman, whether you support the bill or not, they saw this as this woman with these men constantly interrupting her, trying to get her off the stage.
It had all the elements of a West Wing kind of episode in that you have a telegenic person, let's be honest, okay? And you have the rules where a guy who's looking to try and get her, you had the bad guy, the good,
There's something about a filibuster.
It's great theater, number one, but I also think one of the reasons it went viral, because remember, this wasn't network TV, it was the day of the Supreme Court. Everybody was on Twitter. In today's day and age, you pay attention to things a little bit differently. What's going on that night on Fox or on MSNBC are interviewing everybody about that day and what was going on. All these different things, because that was the Voting Rights Act day that the Supreme Court.
I got to be honest, by the way. So if it was conservatives who were flooding to do a pro-life thing and they shouted down people to do a vote, we'd be calling it a mob. Okay?
They would have broken into network news at that point too. You know that.
Yeah.
That's what they would have been doing.
That's exactly.
But
I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory.
The rules of filibuster in Texas, though, are the rules. It wasn't just for her at that point
right.
in the debate.
Just
to make that clear.
Changes the national debate at all?
Not necessarily. No, I think Texas is a unique case. I don't think it changes.
And
the
Monday,
debate.
there's a second. They're going to have another vote, and they're going to pass.
They're coming back for 30 days, and they still have to go through committee to get the bill back up again.
I know I'm heavy. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.